Friends, let's talk some more about the stuff you might have because of your ADHD. My name is Andrew. I'm an academic STEM researcher with over 15 years of experience in my field studying neurodivergence and autoimmune diseases. Today we're going to talk about all the fun stuff behind me, and we're going to talk about why it's happening in the brain and in the body. Before we get started, I am an independent researcher that runs on crowdsourcing and donations. It's been really rough for the last week and a half. I have a weekly goal that I have to meet that keeps me in stable housing. Support of my community from the people like you allow me to do this kind of work. I'm chronically ill. That's why I cover the stuff on my channel that I do, because I've been through this. I've been bounced around from provider to provider and constantly failed by the medical system. So I decided to take that and share that with the world because I think it's important. I'm not even close to my rent goal for this week. It's due on Friday. Still need about $200. It's to you on Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, under the Goo Man Stem. I'm also on GoFundMe. You can check the link tree in my bio. And as always, thank you for all the love and the support. All right, so we got to talk about the eyeballs first. We covered this yesterday. Basically, ADHD people have hyperexcitable eyeballs. They have different blood vessel structure within certain parts of the eye. Some studies have shown that ADHD people actually scan their environment much more and perceive color in different ways than holistic people. And because of this, we have a fun slurry of eye disorders. This is my personal favorite, gastrointestinal issues. A lot of us have IBS, me included. Like 70% of the time, my butt is a highway. It's gonna ride and poop all day long. This is like TMI, but I take like 6 poops a day, which is insane. I always thought that was normal too. Yeah, it's not. All right, so what's causing this? So on the flip side, we see gastroparesis as a comorbidity in ADHD too. These are both regulated by the same thing, essentially, right? So you have your hypothalamus, which is regulating your gastric emptying, your blood sugar making you feel hungry, and that signals to the medulla oblongata next to the vagus nerve and makes poop run out of your body. ADHD people, this can be all messed up. I always talk about like the hyperfocus end of the scale for people with ADHD. Like we either get too little or too much, or it depends on where it's in the brain and what that part does and how it's connected with the other systems in your body. Also, fun side note, strep and staph bacteria really love people with ADHD. I'll post some papers down below that kind of talk about it. But there's a reason we talk about children that have ADHD having a lot of ear infections. It's usually staph or strep. We get a lot of ears, nose, throat, kind of respiratory stuff. You can see behind me too with allergy issues. And that is a whole other thing. I covered a lot on my page. It has to do with the autoimmune aspect of ADHD in the brain. A really good example of how this manifests in young kids is we have something called PANS and PANDAS. It's post-acute like viral bacterial infection reactions in the brain. We have a lot of studies and evidence that talks about the fact that neurospicy people don't make enough melatonin and our circadian rhythms are all messed up because, again, how our hypothalamus regulates our sleep. There's also that fun light sensitivity that we talked about yesterday too. So if you have like blue light in your face before you go to bed, that can really screw you up like extra if you have ADHD. This is an interesting one because a lot of people don't associate this with ADHD, but chronic pain is a big part of it, like fibromyalgia-like pains, because it stems from the same process in the brain that fibromyalgia stems from. Like it's dopamine in the limbic system, and that's how we perceive pain. When your muscles get achy and your joints get achy, you just kind of feel like crap. It's because that sensory piece in your brain, like acetylcholine and dopamine in the limbic system, is hyperexcitable, so it's detecting imaginary pain everywhere.